You asked for consistency. You were told you were needy. You asked for honesty. You were told you were insecure. You asked to feel like a priority. You were told you expected too much. And at some point, you stopped asking, not because your needs went away, but because you got tired of being made to feel like having them was the problem. I need you to hear this clearly today. Wanting to feel chosen, respected, and emotionally safe in a relationship is not too much. It is the bare minimum. And the fact that someone made you feel guilty for wanting it tells you everything you need to know, not about your standards, but about their capacity. Here is the lie you have been told. The lie sounds like this: if you were less sensitive, if you needed less, if you did not make everything such a big deal, the relationship would work. And because you love this person, you believe it. You start asking yourself, maybe I am too much. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I should want less. But here is what nobody tells you. When the right person is in front of you, the things you were made to feel ashamed of stop feeling like problems. You do not have to shrink your need for communication. You do not have to apologize for wanting to feel safe. You do not have to pretend that being consistently ignored is fine, because the right person does not experience your basic needs as a burden. They experience them as part of knowing you. The problem was never your standards. The problem was that you were in the wrong place, trying to get water from a dry well, and convincing yourself to need less water instead of finding a well that was actually full. When someone tells you that you are asking for too much, there are only two possibilities. Either you are genuinely asking for things that go beyond what is healthy in a relationship, and that is worth reflecting on honestly, or you are asking for completely normal things from someone who simply does not have the emotional capacity, the willingness, or the genuine interest to give them to you. And most of the time, if you are watching a video like this, it is the second one. Because here is the truth about healthy relationships. In a healthy relationship, asking for consistency does not start an argument. Asking for honesty does not make you controlling. Asking to feel like a priority does not make you high maintenance. These things are not demands. They are the basic conditions that allow two people to actually build something together. The person who makes you feel like those things are too much is not a bad person necessarily, but they are the wrong person. And staying with the wrong person and calling it patience is not strength. It is slow self-abandonment. Let me show you what this actually looks like in real life, because sometimes you do not even realize it is happening until you see it clearly. Sign 1. You rehearse what you want to say before you say it, not to be kind, but to make sure you do not upset them. You lie in bed at night thinking about how to bring something up in a way that will not cause a reaction. You practice the words. You soften the tone. You decide to leave out the part that actually hurts the most because you already know it will be twisted back on you. That is not communication in a relationship. That is walking on eggshells. And no version of love should feel like that. Sign 2. You have stopped mentioning things that bother you because it's not worth the argument. At some point you made a quiet decision. This is not worth it, not because the thing that hurt you was small, but because you have learned that bringing it up costs more than swallowing it. So you go quiet. You smile. You say you are fine. And the resentment builds so slowly you almost do not notice it, until one day you are completely disconnected from a person you used to love and you cannot remember when it happened. Sign 3. You feel grateful when they treat you well instead of feeling like it is normal. This is the one that will sting the most. When someone treats you with basic decency, when they actually call when they say they will, when they listen without making it about themselves, when they show up without drama, and your first feeling is relief and gratitude instead of just quiet normalcy, your standard has been lowered. Not by you, by what you got used to. The right person's basic decency will not feel like a gift. It will just feel like Tuesday. So here is what I want you to take away from this. Stop auditing your needs to make them acceptable to someone who was never going to meet them anyway. Your job in a relationship is not to need as little as possible so that someone with limited capacity can manage you comfortably. Your job is to know what you need and to choose someone who can actually give it. The right person will not make you feel crazy for needing communication. They will communicate. They will not make you feel clingy for wanting connection. They will connect. They will not make you feel demanding for wanting to be a priority. They will make you one not perfectly every single day, but consistently, genuinely, without making you fight for it. And I know what some of you are thinking right now. You are thinking, but what if that person does not exist? What if nobody can give me all of that? Let me be direct with you. That thought is not wisdom. That thought is what years of being told you want too much sounds like inside your own head. It has become your voice, but it was never your truth. The right person exists, but you will not find them while you are still busy convincing yourself to need less so the wrong one can stay comfortable. If this hit home today, if you recognized yourself in any of those three signs, I want you to do one thing. Stop apologizing for your standards. Write them down if you have to. Say them out loud. Get clear on what you actually need, not what you have trained yourself to settle for. If this video gave you something today, hit the like button right now. It is the fastest way to tell me this kind of honest conversation is what you need more of on this channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one. I post every week, no fluff, no sugarcoating, just the things about relationships and human psychology that most people are too afraid to say out loud. And drop a comment below. Tell me, what is one thing you stopped asking for in a relationship because you were made to feel like it was too much? Say it in the comments. Say it out loud, even if it is just here. I read every single one.